Hello everyone. Today I'm going to demonstrate for you how to get started on the server. You will only receive this particular weapon a single time, so if you happen to die, you won't be given another one just like it. You'll find the mission NPC right in front of you, dressed in this distinctive gold-colored outfit. It's definitely worth following him because he will provide you with a reward after every single mission. It will constantly provide you with quests and missions designed to showcase the unique gameplay experience we offer. We've been developing this server for 4 years, so you'll encounter many custom solutions and features that even a seasoned player might not necessarily be familiar with from other places. So you'll come over here, you'll press the F key, and then a window will pop up for you that says Active Mission. If you click on the reward button, you can check what the reward is going to be, but if you press the activator button, then you've officially accepted the so-called quest. If you happen to forget what the objective of your mission was, then by pressing the Y key on your keyboard, you can bring up your current missions and read them or check on how the mission is progressing. If you come over to the ATM here and press the F button, then this mission will be instantly completed, and you'll also get 40,000 forint, like starting cash, a starting amount. It's available right here on the server, so to speak. It's quite clear that this is considered in-game currency. Now a quick word on how the ATM functions. You're able to withdraw all of your money using the withdrawal option. You can then deposit it back with deposital, meaning it transfers the cash to your character or from your character's inventory into the ATM. And if you'd like to give a specific amount, let's say 1,000 forints, then you would type it right here into the amount field, just 1,000. And if you choose withdraw, then you will deduct that 1,000 and you'll be able to put it back using deposital, of course. With this money, our merchants are here, and you'll be able to purchase many different items. I'd say that initially it's not necessarily worth rushing into things here. Perhaps consider buying some ammunition or a weapon repair kit if you decide to purchase anything. Also, for this starting weapon, you'll be able to buy 5.56 caliber ammo from him. Pay close attention because it's not just any 5.56. You need to check if it's plain 5.56 or Dragon 5.56, but that's not necessarily true. The two calibers are simply not compatible with each other. So you'll come back to my mission PC, and then here in the active section you'll find it by clicking on it, and then if you click on the complete button here, you will have received your reward. Just be careful though, if your inventory is completely full, it might just drop it right at your feet. I often see that at times like this there's valuable loot just lying on the ground, but then unfortunately they just can't seem to find it. And after that you'll be able to initiate many more missions right here. During missions, travel will be necessary. You'll be able to see or find this at the fast travel NPC or here for every single mission. Essentially, this is how you'll explore and uncover the entire map by completing the various missions. And you'll also notice that there are quite a few different kinds of valuable items to be found. For instance, in the town of Chernogorsk, you'll specifically discover building-related supplies at the military installations. And naturally, of course, you will also come across a good selection of weapons. Let me show you how you'll be able to travel to Zeleno in just 10 seconds and then also return from there within 10 seconds. So what I absolutely do not recommend, and I see many players doing this, is they simply run out of the trader safe zone directly into the open daylight. Well, I would strongly advise against it because on this map you won't really find much loot. You'll only find better loot in the specifically marked zones. And since I'm already here, I'm going to show you that this right here is the very first dungeon. This is essentially an introduction to what dungeons specifically mean for us here. So this is a relatively easy story, an easy narrative. You'll go in and you will be able to find various chests.
Here we've named it, for example, the dog dungeon. So what exactly does this mean? Well, you press the N key and that will open up your map. And then on the map, you'll be able to see specific locations marked like Bunker Dog and Bunker Cat. So it clearly indicates these particular spots. If you were to open it, for instance, and you happen to see a green human icon next to the DG, that indicates that the DG is already occupied, meaning you won't be able to jump into it at that particular moment. So it's really not a very fortunate or ideal situation if multiple teams are trying to complete the same DG simultaneously. So in situations like this, it's advisable to either wait, or if, for instance, the dog spot is already taken, then you should go ahead and jump into the cat spot. At such times, out of courtesy, it's a good idea to write in the global chat that you're planning to jump in there. How to switch the chat mode. So if I'm just writing something, you can see that it's currently set to global chat, but if I press a comma, it will indicate that I'm typing directly. And if I write at that point, then only those within a 30-meter radius around me will be able to see it. This is important from the perspective of not spamming the global chat. Pause. So once we've made absolutely sure that there's no one there, pause, then we come in here and based on the mission, we complete it. By the way, in this area, you'll need to be on the lookout for smaller chests, inside of which you'll discover various kinds of loot and also some useful gear. However, for some particular reason, it's not... No, you weren't able to complete it, or that a fatal incident occurs. If you click on hospital, you will respawn at the trader with your equipment and all your loot. If you click on I want to die, then you will essentially respawn as a fresh player. If you respawn, then your specific equipment, which is left behind in the dungeon in that particular area, can be lost. So it's generally advisable to select the go to hospital option. And also, if later on you happen to have teammates, then they will be able to revive you. You see, that's why the game instructs you to wait until they can bring you back. And situations like this, if you happen to click on the hospital button, then after a quick reload, you'll be returned to the game, and of course all of your equipment, your precious loot, will still be right here with you. What's really worth paying attention to, and why I genuinely don't recommend just shrugging it off and saying, oh well, it doesn't matter, I died, that's the experience points. So if you press the I key, then your perk chart will appear for you and you will start from 0. But you can also go into the negative, meaning it's possible to have minus 3,000. I've encountered several instances where someone with 4 deaths managed to push themselves down to minus 12,000 XP. And from that point, it becomes extremely difficult to recover. So I truly don't recommend dying to anyone. This is despite the fact that it's quote-unquote lighter, because you won't actually be able to lose anything this way. So your equipment is not the issue here, but regardless, from a character development perspective, this is quite problematic. One more thing you should definitely do is to press the M key and create a group. So go up and select group. And let's say this is just a test group, and then if you type in a specific 3-letter code or word, then you will be able to create this group, and you can also invite other people to join it. You need to consider how you might have to promote people upwards, because there are these temporary roles or members. So if you're only playing together for a limited time, you don't necessarily have to make them permanent. But what's worth taking seriously, even at the most basic level, is building relationships. So from T4 level and above, let's say T5, the server isn't really optimized for solo players anymore. By the time you reach that level, you'll somehow need to find or call a teammate. therefore, it's truly worthwhile to consider this right from the very outset, that one should actively strive to forge meaningful relationships with those you come across, whether they are merchants or within the various questing areas or even deep inside the dungeons. I was Sish. That's who I used to be. I wish you all the very best of luck on the server. Goodbye, everyone.